Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki. I can't remember what episode anymore, but yeah, it's fine. I think it's episode 3. I think. I don't know. But anyway, we. Oh yeah, we're here. Let's start. Who are we gonna go to? Might as well. I might as well go to you. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Zafra. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I can't click too much. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Okay. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Really? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Zafra. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Oh, excuse me. That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about this. Oh lord, okay. Trying to adjust my eyes. This looks like my handwriting, to be honest, so I should be able to read this. Okay, let's... The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Poem of greatness. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Like, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. What's happening? Laptop, don't break. What's you doing? What's going on? Oh no! I think I broke it. Okay, there we go. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean it to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like you. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. It is. I get all cranky. I can see. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Let's see. Who did I pick? Oh damn, I just closed my eyes and just randomly picked. Hi Zafra, having a good time so far? Yeah. good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or new things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Zevka. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Zevka. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Huh? Are you sure? I picked specific words for a specific reason. How is it? Okay, never mind. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Oh, that's a little... Okay, that's like intense information there. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you two have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry. Not very good. Everyone says it, but then they come up with awesome poems. Even Sayori said that. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I am. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh my, okay. It couldn't have been me. See the direction. This... What? The speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbour. An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just like a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? That's a bloody good poem. Yeah, very freeform, yeah. Free verse, isn't it? Yeah, you call it free verse because there's not necessarily like a poetic structure to it. There's not necessarily couplets and a lot of rhyming elements to it. There's certain personifications in it, but not necessarily strong, like rhyming couples in, like, at the end or even in the middle or in the beginning. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Oh, I'm sorry, my nose is a little blocked now all of a sudden. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, let's go. Let's give it. See what happens. My ears. Itchy ears. Oh, Zafra, you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. Oh, what? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all saw it somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Oh, damn! This guy, cocky. He's cocky, but he gets away with it because he's good. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Damn it, buttons, right clicking. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Yeah, the sweat doesn't tell us that, so I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I'm clicking. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. And finally, last but never the least, Yuri. It's what the? What is this? What is that? What is it? I didn't see that. What is that? I didn't see that. Yeah. Okay. Here. What the fuck is this? Exceptional. Sorry, what is... I can't see it on the recording. You see, what is that? I don't like it. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first poem, really, huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I was able to tell. It says that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through them myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is that a few new writers is that English. Let me read. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressives are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and bolding them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. What? Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. What I'm thinking is bathe, like I bathe. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. No, it's good handwriting, I just can't read, like, almost cursive like. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you such a long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. it wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since the first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? I don't know how do you laugh like that? I don't know, it's Huey. H-U. Never mind. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Duh. Really? I must have totally missed the point, you think? Okay, now I understand why it says that this guy isn't, he's not necessarily into literature. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being... Okay, hang on. English vocab work. Symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Excuse me. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Zavra. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns a poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say that something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Zavra did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Zavra liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Lord. This isn't stereotypical at all. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Zavra appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, good lord. There's about to be a cat fight soon. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over courtesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as everyone started showing up. Oh god, okay. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Savkra, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true, she started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Zara. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand, right, Zefra? Well, now if it was me personally, I would be able to answer and please both. Because if you look at it in both different sectors, you'll be able to explain it more in detail and more... It won't be as vague as this. It'll be more detailed and more descriptive and more well thought out. Whereas this guy has no clue what the fuck he is doing. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Yeah, he's just sitting there minding his own business, and all of a sudden these just two girls will be like, yo, talk now. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, you are such... Help me, Sayuri. Fuck you, help me. Help me, Sayuri. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression showed offenses that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem. This isn't... Oh my god! I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a suck-up jerk she's been. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Oh my god. I'll make things worse. Excuse me. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Stop. Thank you. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give so many feelings with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Exactly. Jeez, thank you, Sayori, you're a savior. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Oh my god, it's just like, instant, just like... And Yuri's boobs are the same as always were, they didn't change at all. Big, beautiful. YouTube. Go and demonetize me, I hope, but I'm fine. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Yeah, same here. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. I don't like you now. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president. Regardless of their actions, I think it was. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It is about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about today? Sharing Pope? Wow. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Zevra, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna be kidding me. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Which any like that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Safra, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise you, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Zephyr, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. I can out with it. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does we need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, well, now I'm gonna try to shoot for you. Okay, anyway. Thank you guys for love. So, give me a second, let me recuperate there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't really say much, just I'm actually enjoying this, and I will be uploading a lot, as much as I can. I'll try to upload like twice a day, hopefully. I'm hoping I can. But yeah, thank you very much for watching so far, and just be sure to check out Dead Quest and ver_818, and I will try to find the links to put in my videos. I can't remember if I do it or not, but yeah, thanks everyone for watching again, and can't wait till the next one. Goodbye.